失去正胜。
我今天教教他。
这是什么？
Hey guys, today we're diving deep into the mystical, the magical, and frankly, the downright dangerous world of Creation of the Gods 2, Demon Force. If you thought the first one was intense, buckle up, because the cosmic stakes just got a serious upgrade. This is a passion project for me, and a like or a subscribe is the best way to show your support. So if you're on board, join the crew. If not, thanks for watching anyway. We open on the freshly minted Zhou dynasty, a beacon of hope after the tyrannical Shang. King Wu, bless his heart, is trying to build a better world. But peace is a fragile thing, especially when the supernatural forces of the cosmos are still squabbling like toddlers in a sandbox.
会也是你叫的。
篡夺王位，重新让
无切四大伯侯谋反将他们
之下。
西岐山野结营，营中
传令。
来，给我回来！是峡谷那只绿毛大鸟，我就把他们给追回来。不，是。
你们先走。大太子殿下，你难道不知道吗？某篡位称王，乃为大商卖命。你是太子，你人骂于中，宁可于中居民。你回来了。
成为天下共主，玛丽变成了一个凡，不会辜负他。你千万不可切记，需要你。
那昆仑秦师傅再次。我主，他能帮你。
任你去。
坏，恶顺能关入地牢。今天我给你们一个警码，永远效忠。论法术，他们只懂一件事情。
身子瘫了，
被镜子给毁了。
这俩东西用你们的手有。
师叔，没事吧？
我们找了一圈，没发现什么。
还有别的什么办法吗？
哎呀，我太笨了。
起来，小心啊！给我。
黄河渡口前面，我喜欢。
人何不同征泛水中央？
眼睛闭上。
独行不同车，有你何不有两个？
always, trouble isn't far behind. We quickly learn that not all evil was vanquished with the Shang. Dark whispers, like a bad Wi-Fi connection, are spreading across the land, subtly corrupting natural spirits and even some lesser deities. The wind carries a faint, sickly sweet scent, a sign that the very essence of life is being twisted. It's not a full-blown assault yet, more like a slow, insidious leak in the cosmic plumbing. Our venerable elder shamans, with their ancient bone readings and worried frowns, are picking up on these bad vibes. They see omens of a new demon force rising, a collective malice rather than a single villain, which honestly is way more terrifying. It's harder to punch an ideology in the face, you know? Enter Zhang Zia, our favorite elderly strategist, with a penchant for outsmarting the literal heavens. He's trying to make sense of these scattered reports, piecing together the true nature of this demon force. He convenes a council, the clinking of armor and hushed voices filling the war room. Zhang Zia explains that this isn't just about human armies anymore. It's about the balance between the mortal, immortal, and demon realms. He talks about ancient pacts, forgotten powers, and how the very spiritual energy that flows through mountains and rivers is being siphoned, leaving the land feeling hollow like an empty, crisp packet. The air feels heavy with anticipation, a collective holding of breath as everyone waits for his next pronouncement. It's like a corporate meeting, but with way higher stakes and actual dragons. The theoretical becomes terrifyingly real when reports flood in of a majestic mountain spirit, once a guardian, now mutated into a monstrous harbinger of chaos. It's not just angry, it's corrupted, its eyes glowing with an unnatural crimson hue, its fur matted with dark, pulsating veins. The ground trembles with its every mutated step, and its roar, once a protective rumble, is now a screech of pure malice that scrapes against your eardrums. This isn't just a beast, it's a statement. The demon force isn't just taking over, it's twisting what's already there, like a cosmic hacker hijacking your favorite video game character. Our heroes realize this isn't just about defeating foes. It's about cleansing them, restoring the natural order. Naturally, when there's a giant, grumpy monster causing trouble, who better to send than a superpowered kid? Neza, our impetuous, fiery hero, wastes no time. He zips in on his windfire wheels, a blur of motion and crackling energy, the air around him shimmering with heat. The clang of his fire-tipped spear against the creature's corrupted hide rings out, a metallic shriek that reverberates through the valley. This isn't just a fight. It's a dazzling display of raw power, with explosions of divine flame contrasting with surges of dark, oppressive energy. The ground cracks, rocks splinter, and the very air sizzles with the clash of opposing forces. Neza, with his usual bravado, is determined to show this demonized beast who's boss, even if it means turning up the heat to 11. After Neza's explosive heroics, Erlang Shen, with his perpetually calm demeanor and that handy third eye, investigates the aftermath. He's not just looking at the defeated beast. He's studying the residual energy, the lingering stench of corruption that hangs in the air like a bad perfume. His third eye flares, picking up faint, almost invisible trails of dark spiritual essence. He realizes this isn't a random attack. It's part of a larger, interconnected web. The tendrils of the demon force are like roots, spreading beneath the surface, connecting disparate incidents. The subtle hum of dark magic, usually imperceptible, is a constant low thrum against his enhanced senses. It's like finding a single cookie crumb and realizing it leads to a whole pantry invasion. The trail leads them to an ancient forest, not the peaceful, sun-dappled kind, but one where the trees are grotesquely twisted, their branches like gnarled fingers reaching for the sky. A perpetual, sickly mist clings to the ground, and the air is thick with an unnatural stillness broken only by faint, chilling whispers that seem to emanate from the very trees themselves. This isn't just a forest. It's a spiritual battleground, a place where the veil between realms is thinning. The ground feels cold and clammy underfoot, and the usual sounds of nature are replaced by an oppressive silence, a void that swallows sound. Erlang Shen explains that this is where the demon force is subtly draining the life force, slowly turning the vibrant ecosystem into a barren wasteland. It's a slow-motion ecological disaster, but with more demons. As they venture deeper, spectral vines, translucent and glowing with an eerie purple light, burst from the ground. They coil and writhe like sentient serpents, moving with surprising speed to ensnare the Joe soldiers. The crackling sound of the vines tightening around armor and flesh fills the air, and a cold, draining sensation emanates from them, chilling to the bone. These aren't just plants. They're manifestations of the demon force, designed to drain the spiritual energy of anyone they touch. Our heroes find themselves entangled, the air thick with the faint, metallic scent of ozone mixed with something vaguely rotten. It's a classic ambush, but with way more glowy bits and less chance of simply cutting your way out. Even amidst the chaos, King Wu, Jifa, demonstrates why he's the king. With a roar of defiance, he channels his inner heroism, his eyes blazing with resolve. He forces himself free from the spectral vines, the tearing sound of ethereal plant matter a stark contrast to the clang of his blade as he begins to cut through the remaining tendrils. His actions inspire his trapped soldiers, reminding them that even against unseen evils, courage is their sharpest weapon. The scene is a frantic ballet of desperate struggle and kingly determination, the air thick with the smell of magic and strained effort. He's basically saying, "You want to mess with my people? You got to go through me." And then actually doing it, which is pretty boss. Pushing deeper, they stumble upon the source, a swirling, pulsating vortex of dark energy in a hidden clearing. This isn't just a portal. It's a gaping wound in reality, shimmering with malevolent power. Through its murky depths, glimpses of a desolate, crimson-hued demonic realm are visible. Jagged rocks, boiling rivers, and skies stained with perpetual twilight. The air here crackles with raw, untamed demonic power, causing a ringing sensation in the ears and a chill that penetrates to the very marrow. It feels less like a door and more like an abyss, drawing everything towards it. This is where the demon force is truly entering their world, like an unwelcome houseguest, bringing an entire dimension of existential dread with them. Recognizing the immediate threat, Zhang Zia, ever the calm expert, springs into action. His hands move with practiced grace, tracing glowing runes in the air with astonishing speed. Each symbol hums with divine energy, snapping into place to form a shimmering golden energy barrier around the pulsating portal. The air thrums with the clash of opposing energies, the soothing, protective hum of Zhang Zia's magic against the raw, tearing force of the demonic gateway. The ground vibrates beneath their feet, a subtle tremor as the two powers collide. It's a temporary measure, a cosmic cork in a very large, very nasty bottle, but it buys them precious time to figure out a permanent solution. Because, let's be honest, you can't just put a "do not disturb" sign on a demonic invasion. With the immediate threat contained, Zhang Zia and Erlang Shen ascend to the celestial realms for an urgent summit. This isn't your average Skype call. This is a full-blown divine conference in a grand, ethereal hall that practically hums with ancient power. Various celestial beings, shimmering with their unique spiritual energies, gather, their expressions grave. The air is thick with the scent of incense and cosmic worry. Here, they discuss the origins of the demon force, tracing its lineage back to forgotten conflicts and primordial chaos. They reveal that this force isn't just evil. It's an ancient imbalance, a deep-seated cosmic ailment. It's the universe's way of saying, you know that thing you thought was fixed. Yeah, about that. During the summit, an ancient, venerable celestial being unfurls a glowing scroll, its surface rippling with cryptic symbols and illustrations that shift and dance like firelight. This isn't just a history book. It's a living record of cosmic memory. The scroll reveals prophecies of a coming great calamity, where the distinction between realms blurs and primordial chaos threatens to consume all. It speaks of a dark nexus, a focal point where the demon force gathers its strength and how its influence grows with despair and discord in the mortal realm. The air in the hall grows heavy, the very light dimming slightly as the weight of the prophecy settles upon them. It's like reading spoilers for the end of the universe, and trust me, it's not a happy ending unless our heroes intervene. Meanwhile, back in the demonic realm, we get a terrifying glimpse of the demon force's true command center. A shadowy figure, its face obscured by a hood, hovers over a massive organic cocoon. This isn't just any cocoon. It's pulsating with raw, concentrated, malevolent energy, thrumming with a deep, guttural sound that seems to shake the very fabric of existence. Inside, the true demon lord is incubating, gathering power from the despair and corruption spreading across the mortal realm. The air in this chamber is thick and oppressive, making it hard to breathe, and the entire structure seems to groan under the sheer weight of concentrated evil. It's like watching a supervillain's origin story in real time, only far less glamorous and way more squirm-inducing. Back in the mortal realm, King Wu feels the immense pressure of his new crown. Alone in his chambers, he gazes out at his bustling capital, the sounds of everyday life a stark contrast to the cosmic threats he now knows. He understands that while the immortals battle demons, he must ensure the mortal realm remains strong, united, and hopeful. The weight of his people's future, their hopes and fears, rests squarely on his shoulders, a palpable force that makes him clench his fists. The very air around him feels charged with the silent burden of leadership, a subtle hum of responsibility that never truly dissipates. It's not easy being king, especially when your kingdom is a potential snack for cosmic horrors. Talk about job stress. Neja, never one to sit still, dedicates himself to intense training. He wants to be stronger, faster, and more explosively effective against this new threat. During a particularly furious practice session, as his fire-tipped spear whirs and clashes, he accidentally unleashes a new, raw burst of spiritual energy. It's uncontrolled, almost wild, and far more potent than anything he's conjured before. The ground beneath his feet cracks, and the air shimmers with a residual shockwave, leaving him momentarily dazed. He realizes this isn't just about honing existing skills, it's about unlocking dormant power, an inner wellspring of cosmic force he never knew he possessed. He's basically leveling up, but without the pesky experience bar and loot drops. Erlang Shen, ever the master of discretion, undertakes a stealth mission into a stronghold where the demon force's influence is strongest. Disguised, he moves like a phantom through the shadows, his presence barely a ripple in the oppressive air. He observes corrupted cultivators, their faces twisted with dark power, performing twisted rituals. The low drone of their chanting, a discordant chorus of corrupted intent, grates on the nerves. He discovers they are not just serving the demon force, they are actively feeding it, offering up spiritual energy harvested from unwilling souls. The ground here feels cold and dead, as if all warmth and life have been sucked into the very stones. It's a classic spy mission, but with way more soul-draining and less fancy gadgets. His investigation leads him deep beneath the stronghold, where he uncovers the true horror, a network of dark, glowing tendrils like monstrous roots embedded in the earth. These aren't just energy lines. They are corrupted spiritual veins, actively siphoning the life force from the very planet. The ground around them is withered and lifeless, cracked and devoid of any natural energy, absorbing the vibrant essence of the world and redirecting it towards the incubating demon lord. The insidious hum of the energy drain is almost deafening to his attuned senses, a constant subtle thrum that vibrates through the rock. It's like finding a giant cosmic parasite slowly bleeding the planet dry, and suddenly you understand why the trees were so grumpy. Naturally, such a vital operation isn't unguarded. Erlang Shen is ambushed by grotesque, shadowy guardians, their forms shifting and reforming in the dim light. The metallic clang of his spear against their shadowy weapons echoes in the cavern, sharp and unforgiving. He fights with precision, dodging their lashing attacks while simultaneously attempting to sever the pulsing dark tendrils. Each cut sends a painful thrum of feedback through the cavern, and a gush of dark, viscous energy erupts from the severed veins, momentarily choking the air with its putrid scent. This isn't just a fight. It's a frantic race against time, trying to disrupt the demon force's life support system while fending off its furious immune response. The stakes are literally earth-shattering. Just as Erlang Shen finds himself overwhelmed, a brilliant flash of light and a concussive boom signal Neja's arrival. He bursts into the cavern on his fiery wheels, a whirlwind of speed and crackling energy, instantly turning the tide. The sound of his fire-tipped spear impacting the shadowy creatures is a satisfying thud, followed by their guttural cries as they dissipate into smoke. The air suddenly feels lighter, infused with the scent of ozone and the warmth of divine fire, pushing back against the oppressive chill. It's a classic superhero team-up, but with way more mythological flair and way less awkward banter. They work in perfect, unspoken sync, a testament to their combined power and unwavering dedication. Working together, they finally reach the heart of the corruption, a massive, pulsating dark crystal. It glows with an eerie internal light, throbbing like a diseased heart. This isn't just a crystal. It's a nexus, drawing in all the siphoned spiritual energy and amplifying it, channeling it directly into the demonic portal above. The air around it is impossibly cold, making the very breath catch in your throat, and a low, resonant hum emanates from it, a sound that feels less like vibration and more like pure malice. The stone floor beneath their feet is hot in some places, icy in others, a patchwork of conflicting energies. This thing is basically the demon force's super battery, and it needs to be unplugged permanently. As they approach the crystal, a grotesque, multi-limbed demon warrior, its form a nightmarish blend of shadow and sharpened bone, emerges from its pulsating aura. This isn't just a guard, it's a harbinger, a being forged from the very essence of the demon force. Its guttural roar, a sound that scrapes against the soul, reverberates through the cavern, making the rock walls tremble. The clang of its multiple weapons, each wreathed in dark energy against Erlangshen's spear and Neja's flames, creates a cacophony of destruction. It moves with terrifying speed and unpredictable ferocity, its shadowy armor deflecting their attacks with an unnerving resilience. This guy is basically the crystal's personal bouncer, and he's not taking no for an answer. It becomes clear that individual strength won't be enough. Neja and Erlangshen, renowned for their individual prowess, must now truly fight as one. Neja unleashes a torrent of divine fire, the air growing searingly hot, while Erlangshen, with precise, calculated movements, channels celestial energy through his spear, striking at the demon's weak points. The combined force of their attack is a breathtaking spectacle, a swirl of crackling flame and shimmering divine light converging on the demon, pushing back the oppressive darkness. The impact generates a deafening boom, the cavern rumbling as if in protest. They aren't just fighting. They're orchestrating a symphony of destruction, showing that when good guys team up, even primordial demons have a bad day. With the Harbinger finally subdued, its form dissolving into wisps of shadow, the heroes turn their full, combined might onto the dark nexus crystal. They channel their divine energy, a surge of pure, cleansing power into the pulsating gem. The crystal shudders, groans, and then, with a blinding flash of light and a concussive wave of raw, uncontrolled energy, it shatters into countless fragments. The sound is less an explosion and more a primordial scream, a sound that resonates deep within your bones. The oppressive chill in the cavern immediately dissipates, replaced by a sense of cleansing warmth. It's like unplugging a particularly loud, evil refrigerator. The silence is glorious, and the lingering scent of ozone is actually quite pleasant now. The moment the nexus crystal shatters, the demonic portal high above them in the forest clearing reacts violently. It flickers erratically, its dark energy visibly diminishing, shrinking and destabilizing with each passing second. The guttural hum it emitted earlier ceases, replaced by a desperate, high-pitched whine as it struggles to maintain its form. The air around it, once thick with malevolence, begins to clear, the oppressive scent of corruption fading. It's like a giant cosmic wound slowly closing, hissing as it tries to seal itself. They haven't closed it entirely, but they've severed its primary power source, making it far less of a world-ending catastrophe and more of a manageable headache for Jiangxia. Back at the temporary command center, Erlangshen and Neja relay their findings to Jiangxia. Their expressions are grave despite their victory. They explain the complex network of corrupted spiritual veins, the sinister nexus crystal, and the incubating demon lord. Jiangxia listens intently, his wise eyes tracing patterns in the air, connecting their findings to the ancient prophecies. He acknowledges their bravery, but also the grim reality. They've cut off a limb, but the monster's heart still beats. The low murmur of the wind outside seems to carry the weight of their discussion, a subtle reminder of the lingering threat. It's like diffusing a bomb, only to realize there are 5 more ticking in the vicinity. Not ideal, to say the least. And speaking of the monster's heart, deep within the demonic realm, the massive cocoon, now starved of its primary energy source, begins to shudder violently. Cracks spread across its organic surface like lightning bolts tearing through fabric. With a final, guttural groan, it ruptures, revealing the true form of the demon lord. This isn't just a shadowy figure anymore. It's a colossal, terrifying entity, radiating immense, ancient, malevolent power. Its eyes glow with a cold, primordial evil that seems to suck the very light out of the air. The sound of its emergence is a deep, resonating hum, a sound of ancient evil finally stirring from its slumber. It's a bit like waking up after a really bad dream, except you are the nightmare and everyone else is about to have a really bad day. The awakening of the demon lord sends ripples of malevolent energy across all realms. In the mortal world, a palpable sense of despair begins to settle like a thick, unwelcome fog. Previously bustling markets grow quiet. Laughter dies on the wind, and the faces of ordinary people are etched with worry, then fear, and finally, a creeping hopelessness. The very air feels heavier, colder, as if the light of the sun itself is struggling to break through. It's not just an emotional state, it's a tangible draining of morale, a spiritual exhaustion that saps strength and will. The demon force thrives on this, feeding on the negative emotions like a cosmic energy drink. It's a clever tactic, really, letting humanity do half its work for it. Seeing the growing despair, King Wu knows he can't let his people fall. He stands before his assembled army and the wary populace, his voice ringing out with unwavering conviction. This isn't just a king, it's a leader connecting with his people, reminding them of their inherent strength, their resilience, and the unity that brought down the Shang. He speaks of courage not as the absence of fear, but as the triumph over it, of hope as a stubborn light in the darkest of nights. The air, thick with worry moments before, begins to hum with renewed resolve, a tangible shift in collective morale. His words are like a balm, soothing the frayed edges of their spirits, reminding them they are not alone. It's the kind of speech that makes you want to pick up a sword, or at least tackle your chores with newfound vigor. Inspired by King Wu and guided by Zhangxia, the combined forces of Zhou, immortals, and various powerful allies charge towards the demonic portal. It has grown larger, its swirling maw spewing forth not just dark energy, but legions of grotesque lesser demons. The ground trembles under the weight of thousands of charging feet, human and divine, the air filled with the battle cries of hope clashing against the guttural roars of despair. The sky is stained with unnatural hues, a canvas for the cosmic war unfolding beneath it. The clang of steel, the whoosh of magic, the thud of bodies impacting. It's a symphony of chaos, but with a clear melody of defiance. This isn't just a battle, it's the fate of existence hanging in the balance, and everyone's got their game face on. At the forefront, our heroes shine. Neza, a whirlwind of fire and steel, incinerates swaths of demons with his blazing attacks, the crackle of burning shadow filling the air. Erlang Shen, with his unwavering focus, executes precise, devastating strikes, his third eye burning brightly as he pierces through the demon's defenses. King Wu, ever the steadfast leader, fights with regal ferocity, his blade flashing as he defends his people. The three fight side by side, a testament to the power of unity across realms. The metallic clang of weapons, the sizzle of magic, and the guttural shrieks of retreating demons form a relentless, cacophonous symphony. They're not just holding the line, they're pushing it back, one demonic grunt at a time. Take that, demon force. While the battle rages, Zhangxia, positioned on a nearby hill, channels his vast wisdom and spiritual power. He begins to conjure, A grand spell, a complex array of glowing runes and symbols that rise into the sky, shimmering with ancient power. This isn't just an attack, it's a cosmic cleanse, a protective barrier that simultaneously buffs his allies and actively seals the edges of the demonic portal. The air thrums with a deep, resonant hum as the energy swells, pressing down on the battlefield, creating pockets of calm even amidst the chaos. It's a strategic masterpiece, a magical maneuver that shows brains often beat brawn, especially when your brains can manipulate reality. The demons probably didn't see that coming, bless their shadowy little hearts, just as Zhang Ziya's spell begins to take hold. The enraged demon lord, refusing to be contained, bursts forth completely from the portal. It's a truly colossal and menacing figure, its form twisting and expanding with raw, uncontrolled power. With a primal roar that shakes the very mountains, it unleashes a devastating wave of dark, corrosive energy that sweeps across the battlefield, a palpable force that makes the air crackle and hiss. The protective shield ripples under the impact, threatening to shatter. This isn't just a physical attack. It's an assault on their very spirit, trying to crush hope under a tide of despair. The ground groans, the air chokes with the taste of ozone and decay, and for a moment, even the bravest falter. Talk about a dramatic entrance, huh? But despair doesn't last long when you have heroes on your side. United, every remaining warrior, mortal and immortal, channels their energy. King Wu rallies his soldiers, their formation holding firm. Neja and Erlang Shen unleash their most potent attacks, their divine energies surging forward like a celestial tide. The combined force is a brilliant, surging wave of light and power, a defiant roar against the demon lord's darkness. The clash of these two immense forces creates a deafening sonic boom, a literal shockwave that reverberates through the very land. It's the ultimate tug of war, with reality as the rope and everyone pulling with everything they've got. This is where individual becomes a collective force, a true marvel of world building, overwhelmed by the sheer, unyielding force. Of their combined will, the demon lord recoils, its colossal body flickering and destabilizing. The combined energy of the heroes isn't just hurting it, it's unmaking it, pushing it back towards the abyss from whence it came. With a final agonizing shriek that scrapes against the heavens, it is forced back into the portal. The gateway shudders violently, convulsing as if tearing itself apart. And then, with a deafening implosive sound, it collapses into itself, leaving behind only swirling dust and a sky slowly returning to its natural hues. The oppressive silence that follows is heavy, but not with despair, with the profound relief of a battle won. It's like hitting mute on the universe's most annoying, destructive heavy metal band. Ah, sweet silence. The battle is over, the demon force vanquished, at least for now. The sun breaks through the clearing clouds, casting a golden light upon the battle-scarred land. The weary but victorious heroes and soldiers stand amidst the rubble, their faces etched with relief, but also a quiet understanding of the ever-present cosmic struggle. The air, though still carrying this faint scent of ozone, is now fresh and clean, invigorated by the return of balance. They know this is not the end, merely another chapter in the endless saga of good versus evil. But for today, peace has been earned and the world has been saved. It's a good day to be a hero, even if you're probably covered in demon goo and dust. A minor inconvenience, really. In the quiet aftermath, Zhang Ziya and King Wu stand together, looking out at the recovering land. They know the demon force is merely driven back, not truly destroyed. There will be other threats, other battles, for the balance of the universe is a delicate, ever-shifting thing. But they also know that with unity, courage, and unwavering hope, humanity and its celestial allies can face any darkness. The subtle hum of renewed spiritual energy now fills the air, a gentle counterpoint to the earlier dread. The world, resilient and beautiful, offers a silent promise of tomorrow. It reminds us that even after the grandest battles, the greatest strength often lies in the quiet, persistent act of rebuilding, of tending to the seeds of hope and preparing for the next dawn. What a journey it has been, witnessing the cosmic dance of power and the unwavering spirit of heroes. Until next time, keep your chakras aligned and your demon repellent handy.
谁？别忘了，你快！
我变了，
这下
黄河渡口前面，我喜欢。
人何不风筝泛水中央，
把眼睛闭上。
独行不动车，有你何不有两个？
师傅。